You can hear me. Thank you so much. What do we know so far about the move by auctioneers to actually come and repossess some of the property owned by Mumias Sugar Company?
Good afternoon, Jesse. Actually, I'm standing in the front of famous and great Mumias Sugar Factory. Remember, this was one of the factories that was processing sugar in large amount, especially here in Western region, covering Kakamega and the neighboring counties. But shockingly now, as you can see, it is just behind me, sleeping dead. This is because maybe some of the challenges that is facing Mumias Sugar Factory is a large amount of money that it owes to stakeholders, and apart from that, maybe also another challenge has been in regard to lack of raw material, that is sugarcane to process. But we have seen moves recently to make sure that Mumias Sugar Factory goes back to its state where it was processing thousands of canes from Western region. But shockingly, this week we have seen auctioneers come to Mumias Sugar Factory to demand that they must repossess some of the properties belonging to this factory, maybe to be paid back their debt. And shockingly, even those properties that have been listed by the auctioneers include even vehicles belonging to the CEO. So it's shocking that if those vehicles will be reprocessed, maybe the CEO will be forced to walk on foot and maybe use other means of transportation such as motorbike. But shockingly, farmers have come together and said they will not allow any auctioneer to come back to Mumias Sugar Factory and take any property, especially now that is trying and struggling to revive its processing stage. Let me just speak to some of them who have been camping here to make sure that when those auctioneers come, they will not be allowed to take anything from the factory. Let me start with you. You are a farmer. Maybe how have you taken this sentiment that auctioneers are coming back to take properties belonging to Mumias Sugar Factory?
First, my name is Boniface Manda. I'm an activist and I'm also a farmer in a sugarcane growing zone of Mumias Sugar Company. I want to say that I'm disappointed and totally disappointed by the fact that there is a worker who was working in Mumias Sugar Company by the name Pamela Lutta, who went to court, and now she purports to want to auction properties belonging to Mumias Sugar Company. We are saying that's immoral because we know, one, she's one of the people who really benefited from Mumias Sugar Company. And it's totally immoral to come to Mumias Sugar Company at this point when Mumias Sugar Company is struggling to be revived, to come and auction Mumias Sugar Company.
What do they want to auction now?
As we are speaking right now, we have been privileged to look at the proclamation document where they have proclaimed 9 vehicles belonging to Mumias Sugar Company. And we are saying that's absurd. If at all the government, the national government of Kenya has actually engaged the Kenya Commercial Bank, they have actually engaged the Eco Bank and other creditors of Mumias Sugar Company. And they have actually decided to come down on a negotiating table where they should be able to agree on how Mumias Sugar Company will pay those debts. But I'm surprised that Pamela Lutta, who has been working in Mumias Sugar Company, wants to auction Mumias Sugar Company. And now we are saying, as farmers, as residents of Mumias, we will not allow that. We would rather die than allow the auctioneers carry properties belonging to Mumias Sugar Company.
Let me just take one moment, Jesse, and speak to the CEO who has been in charge of Mumias Sugar Factory. How have you received this news, and maybe which measures have you put in place to secure that maybe they might not take these vehicles away and other properties belonging to Mumias?
Thank you. First, my name is Patrick Chebozi. I'm the acting CEO for the last 3 months for Mumias. We, first of all, thank the national government that is promised to give us money to revive Mumias. 2, I want to thank farmers who have been patient enough. They delivered cane, but we have not paid. We want to address this issue, revive Mumias, so that we can pay these farmers and the debts, including Pamela Lutta's. So if we are doing this and we are given time, we will really pay the debt. We have no problem with that, because as a CEO now, I can assure the farmers that this company can be revived.
Thank you so much. Because of time, I'll cut you short, but I'll come back to you. So, Jesse, as you can see, that farmers have vowed not to allow auctioneers to come and pick anything belonging to Mumia's Sugar, because they are hoping that in the course of this week, this factory was supposed actually to begin processing sugar last week, but because of the new prices of fuel, it has hindered it a little bit slow. But they hope in the course of the week, maybe the factory will go back to processing sugarcane. We'll keep an eye to see what happens, and we'll update our viewers, Jesse.
Well, thank you, Willie Lusiga, informing us about the latest wars surrounding the sugar giant, Mumia's Sugar Company. We'll definitely keep you updated even as it